me. All right. Janelle, can you make me a host or co-host?
Yes, I can. Sorry, I meant to do that.
Oh, you're fine.
And then we started talking.
My account doesn't let me make people co-hosts, so I need to figure out that setting, like my personal account.
Your personal account doesn't require a password, and mine does. So I'm trying to figure out that way because I hate that I have.
I'll show you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, because mine used to not require a password, and then COVID hit, and then it required a password, and then I figured out how to take the password off. Well, exciting. Well, Sarah, I'm excited to help you get the ball rolling. And let me, I got the document up. Let me just open up one more thing on my side. And I know you got the video and you said you watched it twice. And you filled it out.
I watched it one time while I was like doing dishes. So I was like listening and like doing stuff. And then I sat down and watched it again when I was working on the paper.
Perfect. And which products did you pick out when you enrolled? Like, what did you choose?
So I got a bottle of the Rebuild Collagen and then the core pack of vitamins. They got here yesterday, so
sweet. That's awesome.
We're 2 days in.
Heck yeah, that's great. No, I love our core vitamins, and also, I mean, the collagen is amazing.
Yeah, I obviously have seen people, from multiple places talk about collagen, and obviously, like, Ancient Nutrition bone broth was, super big when paleo kind of hit the ground. So like, I, done some bone broth stuff and stuff like that, but I've never like really taken collagen or anything like that. So I thought it would be something interesting.
Have you ever used Bare Bone broth? Do you know that brand?
No.
You have?
Yeah, I have.
That's my friend's company.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually make my own, but that's one of the brands that I kind of keep just in case.
Yeah, so we had a friend, this is like totally off topic. We had a friend who started a paleo company in San Diego named Pete. And Catherine's husband worked for him just like as his chef, and then had this idea with bone broth. And I didn't really know anything about bone broth. I'm like, oh, okay. That it sounded so like different that I honestly had no idea how big it was going to be. And I mean, the fact that they've scaled to be in grocery stores and they have all these different products now, and it's this massive operation, it like blows my mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was a journalist. She like worked for the San Diego, I think, Tribune. She like wrote, she was a writer, and now she's like all in.
That's awesome.
Their story is really, really cool. And it's just see their progression in business has been amazing. But that's, like I said, totally off topic.
No. Yeah, but those are the only 2 things I got thus far. I started to get the pre-workout because I live off lack of sleep and caffeine and other stuff, not really like drugs, but a lot of like energy drinks and things like that. But so that was kind of my next go-to, was whether or not I decided to get pre-workout for when I go to the gym and things of that nature. So, but I didn't get that yet.
Yeah, you could always put that on your auto ship too.
I think I did. I don't remember exactly what I put on there, but
yeah, because that's how you're gonna earn free shipping and also rewards. And as in the beginning too, it's kind of like, you enroll and you get everything set up. But as we help you build your business and retain business, having your auto ship run earlier in the month, you're going to start to see how when old business runs, you'll start getting paid Friday after Friday, and your team will start getting paid faster too, because it will just be a foundation. So that's why we say like run it early. Sure. But in the milkshake link that you got, there's a video where Bridget actually walks you through how to edit your auto ship. So you could add like the sport on there, the pre-workout. If you just need energy throughout the day, I would try the sport over the road.
Yeah. Is that the one that's got like tiger or something, and then like the other flavor? Yeah. I thought about getting the kids ones for my 9-year-old too, but once again, I haven't done that yet.
I think you'll love it for Nat because it really helps with focus and it really helps with like the ups and downs. So I think you'll love it.
She is I'm pretty sure she is all but diagnosable with ADHD. Her dad is like a raging ADHDer. So like
that's a way to put it.
I feel like anything that can help keep her on task is like excellent. she's spastic.
So quick, I also Jack, who's 9, is very similar. He actually takes QMax and that helps him with focus and consistency as well. So just another option. So
yeah. Making notes.
Oh, and fun fact, Catie and Ben Bristow are the ones that created the pre-workout. So
yeah, I did see that. I saw on a video or something I watched. I saw that.
That's rad. I'm like, which video did you get your hands on?
I don't know.
Studying up on Q. I love it.
I've seen the bounds of YouTube. So if it's on there, I've watched like every like barndominium video. I've watched like any topic that I might be the least bit interested in. I've probably seen the internet. So
gosh,
I love that.
I love that.
I've seen a lot.
So I know we talked a little bit about this when we just met before you actually enrolled, but I'm curious to see what you wrote down as far as goals, your drive, your why. Like, why Q?
So I wrote down for my why, obviously things like financial freedom and time freedom. And then my why would be my family, obviously supporting them. On a small scale, obviously we talked about this, would just be like support, like supplemental income through CRNA school to help make sure my family doesn't struggle for the next few years while I'm, taking on that endeavor. And of course, like a larger scale reason would be like, full income, not having to, go to I don't want to say 9 to 5 because I don't go to a 9 to 5, but like a 6 to 6 or have to, go to the hospital for things if I didn't want to. Like obviously healthcare is part of my existence at this point. So I don't know that I would ever be able to like fully give up the reins as to like going and taking care, laying hands on patients. But as far as like having to do it versus doing it when I feel the need to, I feel like is a different factor. And also I would, like to be able to build my mother-in-law lost her father-in-law, my father-in-law, my husband's dad passed away in January. My mother-in-law takes care of my tiny human most of the time when I work. And I would like to honestly be able to build her a small house. Her house is pretty run down and we have to do a lot of work on it. So those are obviously like big ticket things. Like if I could like give the world to somebody, like that's what I would pick to choose and do with that.
Wow. That's amazing. Well, I truly believe, I've seen it firsthand. For ourselves and many others on our team, just what Q can really scale and grow to. And I know we talked a little bit about like what, the comfort level around, your school and being able, while you're not able to work, what it would take to kind of just, cushion bills and everything. But as far as putting a number to it, like what would you say at a minimum you would need to earn to confidently get through school, build your mother-in-law a house and just have the breathing room?
Well, so like I said, I make about, a little over 100,000 a year. I think monthly I'm bringing in about, after taxes, God, I don't know, $5,500. So I think in order to fully support, it would have to be somewhere around like the $5,000 to $6,000 range. But obviously without income, anything would be helpful. Like $500 might make the difference of my car payment one month or not, so that's kind of the mindset. Obviously, if I could support my entire income and then not have to stress about doing a part-time job or not having the money to pay the bills while I was in school, that would be a benefit. So
Absolutely. And with I mean, with your experience at Young Living, did you have a team? Like, did you build a team in Young Living?
I think at my biggest point, I probably had like 6 or 7 people under me. There was more under them, but 6 or 7 people throughout my time that said that they were interested in like pursuing a business, whether they, lived up to that or not, was a different story.
Do you remember what your like highest, like I think you guys call it
OGV? No, I don't. It was probably, I would say probably no more than like $2,000. I don't remember what the ranks are. I made it to, I think I was $1,500 is all I ever got for my OGV.
Okay, 1,500 is what you got your OGV.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So with I mean 5,000 to 6,000, I mean that would be us mapping out getting you to about silver, which is actually very doable. It ends up being about 25,000 in volume a month. But it's your business networking to about 250 people across business partners and customers. And the coolest part is Janelle can actually help contribute to that. Like she can actually build and structure and place into your business potentially as well. So it's not like you're on an island trying to do it yourself. Yeah. And
with only Wilson.
What'd you say?
I said with only Wilson. Volleyball. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, no, exactly. You won't be Wilson on the island. But yeah, with the way that we build here with Q is we build basically 3 teams max. And we build in an area, we focus in it, and we actively, as we're helping you get started, personal enrollments go in that area too. So it really is to rise up the group and be able to work stronger together. And, that's usually like 30, 60, 90 days. And then we go work another area with personal enrollments and stuff too. So we just want to help you get your business off the ground, as quickly as possible. And finding your first couple business partners and couple customers is really where that starts in that goal setting piece. And we'll show you how to do that. But just so you are aware, when it comes to your team ranks and team bonuses, once you do find your first couple business partners, you will actually start to unlock these team checks. So at 300 with your first 2 personally enrolled, you'll make $50 and $100 bonus. And that's actually going to be paid the very next Friday. So we get paid Friday after Friday here. You don't have to wait until the end of the month. So if there was one thing that I would say would be our goal this week, would be to find your first couple business partners and help you hit builder by this Friday.
Sure.
So that way you can make your 150 back the following Friday. When your team volume does grow from 300 to 600, your bonuses do stack up and your monthly increases as well. So that's where you're going to make another 150. So it's $300 total. And then the last part, executive, the 600 grows to 1,500. Now you've made your 100, 100, and 300 in bonuses. And another 250. So it ends up being $750. So that's huge. Now I know that you, so with the time frame of when you got started, you'll have until the end of what month are we in? June, the end of June. So your first 30 days. That's how long we'll have to help you earn your 100, 100, and 300.
I'm taking notes, sorry.
Oh no, you take all the notes you want. And when it does,
I can send you the recording too. So if you miss anything, don't worry.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and with, just so you know too, so even like the 1,500, here's the cheat sheet to our entire comp plan. Cover 2 zeros. And it's roughly, so if you cover the 2 zeros, it's 15 people that your business is networking to. Whoops. Now I'm like zoomed in and highlighted here. So 15 people. So once you find your first 2 business partners, your business partners might find a few customers. That counts. They might find a couple of business partners. That counts. Janelle might find a business partner this month. That counts. So it's the total group volume. But most people are going to buy about 100 in volume.
Sure.
So do you have questions on that?
No.
Yeah. Okay. What's our goal this week?
2 people.
2 people. I love it. And then customers, I like to call them kind of like the cement to our business. You know, if someone doesn't like the business, most times people will buy a product.
Sure.
You know, people want more energy, people want to sleep better, people want to, you know, impact their mental health. People want to support you instead of buying their protein from, you know, whatever nutrition shop they go to. And that's really where you're going to fill in the gaps. And when your team does that too, you're going to quickly see your team volume just sprout. Because an extra 300 to 500 in customer volume is, yeah, I mean, 3 ambassadors with 300 to 500 in customer volume, you're pretty much executive. So it quickly multiplies. So, but you can also, just so you know, we have on the customer side of things, you can also earn the same rank titles by doing the same volume personally as your team. And you get paid the monthlies, the same monthlies, but you also have a percentage of the customer group volume. So this is your personal customer volume. So at 300, you're going to earn your percentage, and then you're also going to earn the $50 and be builder on the customer side. So it's a double rank system here, which is really cool.
And the only difference for that is people could just log on and buy things versus like paying the whatever the builder fee is, the ambassador fee is, right?
Exactly. Like if there's actually no point in someone enrolling in the business unless they want to make money, because someone can shop at the same wholesale prices as we have. So there's no like incentive for someone to like become an ambassador. And we honestly get paid so well off of our customer volume. For example, 1,500 in customer volume, you're making $550 off of that.
Yeah.
So you personally find 15 people to get on the products, you're cashing in over $500, which is way more than the team check of $250. It's like double, over double.
And so if somebody was buying stuff and ultimately wanted to transition to the business, they just pay the builder, whatever the $100, $99.99 fee is.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And then if they do that, do the fast start bonuses start for them when they start the builder, not like it doesn't like backdate because they were a customer before that?
Correct. Okay. Yeah, their bonuses will be tied to when they upgraded. All really good questions. Yeah, for them to upgrade, it's a quick call to customer service. And hopefully in the near future, once our website, all of our tech is built out, because we are bringing all of our tech under our roof. We're making it right now, and it's going to be streamlined, like strict e-commerce.
Yeah.
So it's going to feel like, I mean, I got to see it from Griff, who's built it out. It's going to be like, oh, here's my link. And it's literally going to be click, they're my products. You know, there will be an auto, like it's so streamlined, and then they can check out by going like, oh, create an account. Oh, press the Facebook button, and all their information populates just like you do when you shop online, and then they put in their credit card and they're done. Like, so easy.
Sometimes too easy if you're me.
Exactly.
I like get stuff to the house, and my husband's like, where did this come from? I'm like, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it. And what's actually what's really cool is we're even going to corporate has our back so much that they're going to even do like email marketing for us. Like if someone put something on their cart and they didn't end up buying it, they'll send them a reminder. If they notice that they looked at a certain product so many times, they'll offer them a discount. They'll even recommend stuff based on what's being purchased to upsell. Like, it's gonna be awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
That's a lot of automatic legwork, I think.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Exactly, like truly e-commerce. So yeah, so any questions on our goal setting, find your first couple business partners, first few customers? No. Okay. Well, here's where it gets fun, because this is how we're going to help you find your first few. And really just bring awareness, bring exposure to your business. Because we really believe, just like if you had to, Sarah, turn around and open up a gym, you would have some sort of grand opening to let people know what your business is all about. That's exactly what we do here with Q, is we intentionally set up some events that we consider your grand opening. We help you invite into them to just get exposure. Because once people get to see and know what you're up to, they can either participate as a customer, business partner, they may refer to you, they may watch for a bit, but it really allows your business to network to the people who want and need what we have. And so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to pick some dates and help get the ball rolling. So let's see here. So what's your work schedule? I know you said tattoo. Tuesday.
Tattoo Tuesday. It's early on Tuesday though. It's like 1 o'clock. I don't know how long I'll be there, but you're all like 3 hours behind me. So I'll be starting there when you all are like having lunch or getting ready to have lunch. So so I probably
don't
have
work
that.
Tuesday, right?
No, I don't work Tuesday night.
And what's your schedule like even tomorrow? Do you work tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm off tomorrow and Tuesday.
Okay. And what time do you think you'll be done with your tattoo on Tuesday?
Oh, I don't know. Probably, I think last time we wrapped up around 8:30, which is like, I guess 5:30 your time.
Okay.
8:30. Yeah. So 8:30. I don't know how much she's got left to do. I just told her what to do. I don't know how long it's going to take.
Perfect. Well, why don't we do this? And then you work Wednesday. And what's your usual work schedule?
I do 6 to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Okay.
But so, I mean, depending on how long sometimes at work I can get by with doing multiple things. so I don't want to like say I absolutely can't do anything when I'm at work, because typically I don't do a whole lot at the very beginning.
Okay.
It just kind of depends. So it really would depend on like how much it takes, like how attentive I have to be for the whole thing. Because obviously, like I have my phone with me. That's how I answer messages about patients. So I'm always like available. I just sometimes, if I'm caught up doing something, there's like a delay in response.
Got it. Well, the call is only 30 minutes. And ideally, you'll basically talk for like 1 or 2 minutes in the beginning.
Sure.
So we will pick a couple times, and you'll essentially just get to be the host, and Janelle will get to be the actual information and the presentation. And in about 20-25 minutes, it's no more than 30 for sure. We get to bring the information to your network and allow them to see our company, our products, our business, and allow them to know what you're open for business for, and then essentially prompt people to get back to you, like, let Sarah know what caught your eye, and that's where the conversation goes. And we're grateful for your time. Boom.
Sure.
So what I would do, because most times people really are only thinking, what am I doing today, tomorrow, maybe the next day. So why don't we pick a time for tomorrow night?
Sure.
What works for you guys? And so Janelle, I don't know what your schedule's like tomorrow evening. Sarah, I don't know if you have anything like concrete.
I'm open tomorrow evening, so.
My life is just very fluid.
What time do you think?
I try not to plan.
Do you think your network's more available like after 8 o'clock or before 8 o'clock?
I mean, I guess most of the people that I know have, if they have kids that are doing stuff, they're usually more available probably, I don't know, I would say probably after 8-ish, maybe even like closer to 9-ish. I'll be 37 this year, so most of the people I know have like older kids. They're not,
Okay.
They're not like putting their 2-year-olds to bed like I am. Of course, mine doesn't go to bed, so whatever. But usually it's like everybody's just kind of doing whatever, and it's summer, so I think a lot of people are just existing at this point. So
Okay.
I probably late evening. That way you're not dealing with people that are like going out and doing stuff. But like I said, late evening for us is 3 hours ahead of you or behind you all, ahead of you, whatever.
So you think 8 Eastern would be pretty safe? Like,
yeah, that probably.
Okay. I think that's 5 for you, Janelle.
Yeah.
Okay. So if that works for both of you guys, and then Tuesday, see here. Tuesday, you have your tattoo appointment. Do you think 9 would be too late if we offered a second option?
I mean, I don't think so. A lot of the people I know also work night shift too. So like, you're tapping into their beginning of their day probably around 9.
Got it.
Ish.
Would that work for you, Janelle? I think that's it's an hour. So 6?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can kind of keep those 2 options, and then based on what people say, we'll get to see if if Wednesday works better, or Thursday works better, or maybe a video will work better. So yeah, but those can be the 2 that we initially invite into, and I'll be able to help you do that next now that we have a couple times. So Sarah, who looking back up to step 3, who are the first 5 people that you thought
of? So the first 5 people, there's 2 girls that go to my gym, and one of them, I feel like if I could, she kind of in one of those situations where like her and her husband both work like factory jobs, and she's like been going to the gym with me for 3 years. She's super strong. She like is also very similar in the fact that like weight loss has always been her struggle. So like anything she could do to try to like fuel that, or she's one of those people, I feel like if she could find something that would really like help her stay on task, that like she would be very into that, because I mean, they don't have a lot of income, but she still pays, CrossFit monthly membership, which is usually quite a bit compared to if you go to Planet Fitness or Orange Theory. Right. I guess Orange Theory is probably pretty pricey too, but so for her, I feel like if I could get her interested in something that would help her, kind of optimize her like weight management, that would be helpful. There's another girl I go to the gym with who is on a different end of the spectrum, that she's kind of a stay-at-home mom, and her husband's an engineer, and she's always looking for something. Her kids are always in this, they like all 3 play soccer, like travel club and school, and like she's always like going, and they're the ones that are also always trying like all the water enhancers. Like she was doing liquid IV for a while, and she'll drink energy drinks. So I kind of like feel like if I could get her into like one of the areas with stuff like not only for her kids but for her hydration and like energy, she kind of has expendable income that she would kind of do whatever with or try whatever. And then my mom is actually I think she's 63, 4, and she has had some issues as of late with, she's had a couple back surgeries just from like wear and tear throughout her, she's also a nurse practitioner. So through her career, she's just kind of got some issues. So I was honestly thinking if I could get her into some college and stuff, it might help with just some of her stuff, like, help with her bones and her joints, and she has some arthritis and things, like just to try to overall help her wellness. Cause I know she doesn't eat the best, she's kind of grabs what she can when she can. And so just kind of things to optimize her. So those are my top three probably.
And what were the first two people's names?
Shannon and Megan.
Okay. Shannon and Megan. Perfect. And then your mom. And then who's after your mom?
My sister's name is Victoria. She she's kind of always she's always tried like different weird things, but nothing's ever stuck for her as far as like getting supplements. She loves her and her fiance are both power lifters. So like she also, extends a lot of energy and time and buying supplements and using supplements. And so she's always trading them out. She was one of those crazy people that bought those lunch boxes with like 7 containers that like she'd carry around. Yeah. Yeah. She bought me one and I was like, what do you want me to do with this? Like, I don't know what to do with all these containers. Because I usually just take like a bag of stuff and like, I like put my calories in a bag and then I eat them all night long. And she like had like, this is this meal and this is this meal. So I feel like if I could get her interested, they have, they have a lot of people obviously that they know. So I'm not sure if she would ever be interested in that, but I feel like if I could get her on supplements that she liked, that like she would be pretty open to trying whatever that I could like get her into.
And then who's after your sister?
I have a friend who's currently in the military. Her name's Kelly. She's in the Air Force. She's stationed in Belgium right now. But she also has a kid that he's 8, and she's in the Air Force. He's very active, so she's kind of constantly going and doing, and he plays baseball and soccer and all sorts of stuff. So she was 5th on my list.
Perfect. So here's what we're going to do with these first 5. So how would you say you communicate with these 5 people? Do you text? Do you call? Do you use social media?
So honestly, probably text for everybody, I would say.
Okay, perfect. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to actually send them a message together. And the way that I like to go about it is before we tell them what we're inviting them to, I like to just qualify their time. So if I was sending you a message, Sarah, I'd say something like, hey, Sarah, I hope you're having a great Sunday. I know this message is pretty random, but what are you doing tomorrow night at 8 Eastern? Are you free for about 25 minutes? Now, the gal in Belgium, that's probably going to be really late.
Well, oddly enough, she's actually in Tennessee right now.
Oh,
she's visiting her dad this week.
Is she in Nashville?
No, she's not. Unfortunately, I think technically she's in Virginia, but it's like on the Tennessee-Virginia line. So
okay. Well, yeah. Well, then if that is East Coast for her, then I would shoot her the same message. So just like, hey, I know this is random. What are you doing tomorrow at 8? Are you free for a few minutes? Are you free for 25 minutes? Because once we get a message back, that's going to be like I am free. I'm not free. What's up? Are you okay? Like you'll see all different types of responses. We'll then let them know what we're inviting them to, which is going to be as simple as saying, hey, look, pretty excited. I've actually started a new business and I want you to be one of the first to see what I'm doing and meet who I'm working with. And we'll figure out what sounds like you in that second invite, but we just want to see if they're free first.
Sure.
So how does that feel?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's shoot a text to Shannon Megan, your mom, Victoria, and Kelly. And then once we're done with that, we can just talk about the next.
What is happening? My phone is being weird.
What's it doing?
Oh, it just wouldn't let me like select something. I don't know. I think it's weird. It thinks it's weird because it's on the screen too.
Mm.
Yes. When you come to Nashville, prepare for allergies. Kentucky and Tennessee are the worst.
Oh no.
The worst.
I personally rarely get allergies, but I feel like after I have my son, I feel more things. So I'm probably going to be sneezing up a storm.
Yeah, Kentucky is the worst place in the world for allergies.
I agree. I was there last fall,
Like,
and it was awful.
Yeah, the literal worst.
You stink. Stink. Good morning. Put your phone down. Sissy, I think get you clean. Awesome. Like, no, it smells worse than normal.
Do you need help?
No, she just got it everywhere. Wow.
Are you sure? Sis, what is that doing? Nat, go throw that away. Go throw that away. Sissy.
You can throw in the stinky diaper.
Come here, Sissy. It's okay. Come here. All right. Go on that. That was a disaster, I think.
What happened?
My husband had to change her diaper.
Oh no.
All right. So it looks like Mom said she could make time. You'll go with Daddy or you'll stay here? You need to go. Bye. Goodbye. My sister said 4 ?
4 ? Okay, perfect.
She's a smart aleck at best. So, hey, do you want to go with sis? No, stop. All right, now see if she'll go. And then Megan said she should be free.
Perfect.
So that is. I haven't heard back from Kelly or Shannon, but
Okay, so our response back, let's start with your sister who's like 4 ? We essentially want to say to her, like, look, I'm pretty excited. I've started a new business and I want you to be one of the first to see what I'm doing. But also just with her background in powerlifting and the fact that she's a big, supplement junkie, I would even say to her, and also, the fact that you're so into health and fitness and someone who really knows their stuff with around supplements, I would love for you to validate what I'm starting. Like, I just want to get your opinion on it. So I'm excited. I started a business. I want you to be the first to see what I'm doing, but also with your background in fitness and supplements, I would love for you to validate.
she's not gonna go. Yeah, she's okay.
Well, how does that sound back to your sister?
Yeah, I tried to put it in my words and tap it up.
Oh yeah. Let me know what you decide to write. Yeah, I'm curious to hear your words because I definitely want it to sound like you.
Hey, you're gonna fall. Sit down. Oh, you think that's funny, do you? Stop. Stop. So to my sister, I said, hey, I started this new business and it involves a lot of health and wellness supplements. And I would like for you to weigh in on them and see what you think.
Perfect. I would also even say to her, like, I want you to be one of the first to actually know what I'm doing too. And then I would add something once you send that, I would just say, look, I'm doing a small call tomorrow at 8. I would love for you to be on it.
Oh, yeah, you think you're funny. Sit down. All right, so I said, so I'd like for you to weigh and see what you think. I thought you should be the first to know, since you love your supplements and stuff.
Perfect.
And I said we're having a call at 8. Yeah.
Perfect.
Good access. And then Shannon and Megan both said they should be free.
So for them, the invite's going to be pretty simple because I would just say to them, look, I'm actually pretty excited. I've started a new business. It's in health and wellness. And I know we all like have a big passion in that, or I know we all value that. I mean, because they go to the gym with you. And so that you would love for them to be the first to see what you're doing and even meet who you're working with, just to have their support. So you're excited, you started a business. You want them to be one of the first to see what you're doing, just because you know how much we all value health and wellness or health and fitness. Yeah, I would love for you to be one of the first to see, just to have your support.
You silly. You're silly. What is the matter with you? So I said to Shannon and Megan both about the same thing. Just started a business, pretty stoked. Would you all to be involved? Kind of hear what the supplements are, what supplements are involved, and what kind of stuff they have. Stuff like pre-workout, sports drinks. So we're gonna have a grand opening type of thing at 8:00 tomorrow night.
Perfect. Yeah, with them, I mean, with their background being that you guys go to the gym together, I mean, I think it's okay, like elaborating on the products, but I wouldn't elaborate on the products for everyone. Simply because, how would I say this? We aren't necessarily selling products on your call.
Sure.
Just allowing people to see what your business is open for. And sometimes people may feel like they're about to be sold something. So I usually just like to say, look, I've started a business. It's in health and wellness. Something we're all really passionate about. And I just want you to be one of the first to see what I'm doing. Just to have your support and feedback around it. That way they don't start opening up a ton of questions or or just have like a preconceived idea of what they're logging into. I kind of like to keep the curiosity because at the end of the day, they're just there to support you and nothing more, nothing less. So it's up to you if you want to keep that part about the supplements or if you just want to say, it's in health and wellness, something we're all, pretty passionate about. And I want you guys to be one of the first to see what I'm doing, just to have your support and feedback.
Oh my God, you're so bad. And I told my mom that, I'd started a new business and just wanted to see if she would be available for about 20-ish minutes to just see kind of what it was about and to have her support.
Love it. I love it. And did she say she could make it?
My mom, she actually is leaving for a cruise today, but she said she should be able to make time tomorrow evening. And then I haven't heard back from Kelly, but that's the only one.
Perfect. So we applied to Shannon, Megan, your mom, your sister Victoria.
Yeah.
We're waiting to hear from Kelly. So who's the next 5 that you wrote down?
I had a girl I work with named Shelby, and then another girl I go to the gym with named Hannah, and then Ashley and Lauren.
Perfect. And how would you say that you communicate with Shelby, Hannah, Ashley, and Lauren?
Usually via like text or Facebook Messenger.
Okay. Well, whatever you feel like you use most with them, I would shoot them the same message. The first one that we sent out, like, hey, I know this is random. What are you doing tomorrow at 8?
Why did you take my paper, sister?
She's like, I'm working with you, Mama.
No. She's got a pen and a piece of paper and is sitting on the bed with me. So, yeah, you did a great job. You did a great job.
That's when Colton would look at me and go, paint? Everything with a pen is paint.
I have yet to let her paint, but my mother-in-law tried and she had paint all over her and we didn't go back.
Yeah, Colton's never painted either. I don't know where he learned the word from, paint.
All right, so it looks like Shelby and Ashley both work, but they may be able to carve some time out probably. And then I think Shelby always works like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. And
Okay.
then Lauren said she's off and works Tuesday through Thursday. And then Hannah said she should have some time.
Okay.
That's all the responses I have right now.
So with Hannah and Lauren, let's reply to them first because it's going to be pretty similar of just basically being able to say, look, I'm pretty excited. I've started a new business. I would love for you to be one of the first to see what I'm doing, just to have your support and feedback. Or however you want to word it. And then when you write them, let me know. So Lauren and Hannah are going to be very similar. And then the friends that are working, I'll help you with that one.
So just most of the stuff is like gluten or lactose free. Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Because Hannah has like very gnarly like gluten and lactose intolerance, I think. And since she cut all that out, she's actually like done really well, lost a ton of weight, but she couldn't figure out why she was so sick for so long. So
yeah, so everything minus lactose. I think it's only our whey.
Our whey, and then wouldn't our rebuild collagen?
Oh, I think it has a little bit of whey in it.
Yeah, but not the other one. Well, I can't think of the name of it.
But everything has the marking. So if it's gluten free, it will have the marking on the PDF. Almost done. Like 5 minutes. And then let's see, your two friends, Shelby and Lauren, who work.
Yes.
For them, I would say, we'll check this out. Even though they're not available, that's okay. I would still say the same thing. I'd say, check this out. I'm pretty excited. I've started a new business. I want you to be one of the first to see what I'm doing. Just to have your support and feedback. But when are you most available this week for us to connect? I'd love to fill you in on everything. And that's going to then allow us to kind of get a sense of when, like what day or what night they're most available. Or it's going to allow us to see a recording will be a better option.
Okay.
So I truly believe you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. We just need to get them the information like within a like timely manner, essentially. And so, yeah, I would say the same thing to them, but I would end like the last little bit. I was just say, well, when would you be most available for us to connect this week? I'd love to fill you in on everything.
Okay. Oh, Sissy. And then Hannah said she could do that. Shannon finally text back said she could do that.
Okay, so so you have Hannah, she can do that. Shannon.
And Lauren and Shelby and Ashley didn't text me back yet.
Okay. Did you see your mom was available tomorrow night?
I'm sorry.
Did your mom say she was available or not available?
She said she could make time.
Okay. So we have what Hannah, Shannon, and your mom confirmed. Anyone
Megan
else?
said I think Megan said, and then Megan said she could. Yeah.
Sweet. So that's 4 confirmations already. That's awesome. Sarah, you're killing it.
And Shelby and where I work with a bunch of night shift nurses, they may be more able to like really dial into something that was kind of on like on a recording where they could kind of like watch it at their own pace or like watch it at work, but like kind of pause it and keep going, as they were like, instead of like missing something, just because I know that's a lot of times the way I have to do stuff. So.
So the night shift, the video option. And for those ones, whenever I send a video out, I usually will schedule the follow-up.
Sure.
So for example, like thinking of Shelby and Ashley who are working, are those night shift nurses?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lauren is too. So she just hadn't got back to me yet. So
perfect. And Lauren as well. So for someone like them, once I know when they're most available to connect, I would say, awesome. Let me send you a short video and you can take a look at it over the next few days, but let's for sure talk on Thursday at time. Like you would schedule basically the follow-up.
Sure.
That way they have a deadline to basically watch it. Because if you just send them a video and you can say, okay, tell me what you think, you'll be going back like, did you watch it? Did you watch it? Versus saying, they know that you're talking on Thursday at 7:00, for example. I'm just making it up. Like you're off work, you get to connect for a few minutes, or that you're on the same shift on Wednesday together. I'm just making that up too. You're like, yeah, I want to get your thoughts when we're working together on Wednesday.
Yeah, I will for sure, if not this week, but at the beginning of next week, we'll see Shelby at work. I know the other two, it may be a week or two before I saw them at work, but I could see them otherwise. So, like I said, I just, where a lot of us live on the night shift life, it's sometimes easier to coordinate in those ways.
Yes, exactly. And this is the video that I would send only because it's short.
Did you just pull a booger out of your nose?
I'm gonna send it in our Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
But the key with sending a video is always always scheduling when you're going to talk to them or when you're going to follow up.
Yeah. Poor thing.
So let's see. And then, so as far as the invites go, Sarah, how are you feeling with them? Do you feel like it's pretty like simple? Like, I know we've gotten a few confirmations so far. I just want to make sure you feel pretty confident with it.
Yeah, I actually am more of, obviously I text people because it's 2022. But you know, I work with a lot of people and I'm much better at like talking to people like in person.
Okay.
So you know, like especially at work and stuff, because we're always talking about what we're doing or, you know, stuff. We live each other's lives. So I feel like a lot of times that's especially just like getting people, even, you know, their interest peaked when I was like doing Young Living stuff, was all like just like talking to people about it in person. Because like I said, a lot of times I feel like when I'm trying to text somebody, I'm too wordy, so I either ramble or they're just it's hard. Sometimes I feel like I'm not as good at like getting to the point quickly.
Well, I think face to face or like voice to voice is so powerful because someone can actually hear your excitement and hear your like urgency. But when it comes to even when you're talking to someone, because I don't know, are you going to see very many of these people in the next like 24 hours before the call tomorrow night?
No, probably not before tomorrow night, but
I would still,
it'll just be in the coming week.
Yeah, I would still, I would send out some messages because you never know who's going to be able to make it on the call.
Yeah,
because it's just going to allow you to compress timeframes as well. Because most times it's not a one and done kind of exposure. They'll get to hop on the call and then you'll get to see them at work. And then the conversation has context to it, to where you might be talking about a certain product. You might get to talk about, the financial freedom movement. You might be able to talk about the business side of things. And all these little touch points get someone to a place to where they're ready to partner or buy a product. And so allowing, Monday night, tomorrow night to kind of be your grand opening and have as many people have their eyes and ears on it in that compressed time frame versus having to do all these 20 mini meetings or 10 mini meetings. We just get to have, everyone on or a group on at one time. It's going to allow us to plant enough seeds to where we likely will have your first 2 business partners by Friday. And then you're hitting your first promotion or your first few customers by Friday and you're hitting your first customer promotion.
Right.
So yeah, so as far as the rest that you wrote down, would you feel comfortable like being able to talk to them and make that initial touch point? Oh, she's sad. It's my life right now with Colton.
She had a fever yesterday, so she's like, still kind of on the mend, I guess.
Are you a little sick, sis? Are you a little sick?
See, I've not ran a fever today, but say I'm still not great. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I honestly only had named like 12 people I thought that like I could reach out to, just because like I don't talk to that many people on like a regular basis outside of like seeing them at work and stuff. So so I think that was what, 8 or 9. I'll look at the other few that I have and touch base with them tonight and try to see if I can get them like committed to something tomorrow.
Sounds great. Yeah. And then, I mean, even people you don't talk to on the regular, I would even just like make a little like list of who you know, even look at, who you talk to on social media. Maybe it's even small talk, and just be able to jot their name down, because it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to invite them tomorrow, but
Sure.
it will be a place that we could say, okay, who do you really know? Because like, for example, Janelle, her and I've been working for, together for just over a year. And just because she's really looked at who is in her network beyond just like the closest 12 people, the closest 15, the closest 20 people, she was able to invite you to take a look. And here we are, like a vehicle to really make a difference for your family. So I always believe you never know what's for who, who's for what. We're just here to share and allow
Sure.
people to look. And, different people are going to come in at different points. So.
Sure. Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, rad. Well, good. Yeah. So take a look at those last few names. And I mean, do you have any big questions for me? Because the biggest part right now is just either teeing up that video to send or, confirming for
Sure.
tomorrow. If tomorrow doesn't work out, we offer them Tuesday night. So.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I think I'll make sure that, I've got back with everybody that said something to me, and then see my last couple of people, see if I could get in touch with them.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Seriously though, you crushed that. It's not hard getting into the action.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel a little anxious and a little I don't know. Like I felt like I like tried to push so hard for so long. I hate to feel like I'm like going back at it and I just don't want people to like see it as like, I don't know, wishy-washy or like,
Mhm.
oh, next new thing, here's what you're doing. So
Right. No,
that's my
I think, anyone who's ever transitioned, I think the right mindset, like the right people who like really care about their people all say the same thing. But it's okay to make a business decision and just
sure.
put yourself in a different vehicle. It doesn't discredit what you did. For example, like I'll be honest, I haven't necessarily done CrossFit consistently for the last 2 years. It doesn't take away from me being a CrossFit gym owner or being a coach, within that methodology, even though I'm doing something else. Like I'm doing a lot more bodybuilding, more cardio.
Sure.
It's just a different vehicle, same umbrella, it's health and wellness. And so for you to be able to say, hey, look, like I found something that I truly believe, like I worked really hard in my last company. I have nothing but love for it, but I found something I would be crazy to pass up because I get to be the person who introduces Q to you. And I truly believe this is going to be a vehicle around when I'm back in school to be able to supplement for our family. And I can't wait for you to take a look. And that's really it, because then we get to share Q, and the people who like it will like it. The people who will watch. The people who will want to partner will partner. Like we just have to get the information in their hands, and it works out. But
yeah, no, I agree.
It's okay just know it's okay to feel a little anxious.
Yeah, that's been my only like hesitation the whole time, is I just like people are gonna be like, oh, good, Sarah's doing something else. Just I'm not that person, so I don't like that kind of like idea. So that's just what I'm trying to, I guess.
Did you feel that way too?
Yeah, I totally felt that way. So it will lessen, and you'll start to feel better as people start to respond positively to you. That does go away. But it's just getting back into it. And, for you, you're at a place where you've been removed from what we were doing previously for a hot minute and not actively building there. And so that is also working in your favor from a mentality perspective for you. But, don't necessarily look at it, don't look at it as like, I'm just flip-flopping or just changing my mind. I had something that worked that I believed in, and that kind of, phased out. And now I'm here because I found something else that I believe in and that I want to do. And that's gonna, you know, do X, Y, and Z for my family. So
Yeah, just gotta get your mind right, which like I said, I've not been like doing anything with Young Living for a while, so it's not like I've been actively in it, but you know, I still use a lot of it. So when people come to my house, there's always like stuff sitting around. So I just, that's my only hesitation, is I just like don't want people to be like, oh, she's just trying to like sell us something again. So
yeah, well, I think once you start using the products and you can talk to them from the point of you using them and what your experience is, I think the more you get kind of dive in and, you know, hear from Jake and Mark and listen in on some of like those types of calls and things like that, I think you're going to recognize and be able to really set this company apart from what you were doing previously, so that you can really have that honest conversation. If somebody does buck you or somebody does question you, you're going to be able to really honestly come to the table with them to show why it's different here. And, you know, that's something that everybody says, and it's one of those, like, it's almost getting overused, but it's also still very, very true. And so it feels different. And it just, from the foundation up and from the inside out, it's just different. And I think you'll feel that here really quickly. So
sure. Yeah.
like, it's
Well,
not just like a go fly, little bird, and make it work. It's
I'm not good at flying. So yeah, no,
I haven't figured
no,
that out either.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's just that, like I said, that's the only thing I don't want people to be like, great. Cause I'm pretty sure when I mentioned it to my husband, he was like, again, and I was like, stop, don't look at me like that.
Yeah.
So that's just I guess the takeaway, what I'm trying to accomplish / avoid.
Those are all very fair feelings.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you're not alone in them. So don't worry about that.
Well, so I guess ideal number of people to like that to get to commit obviously would be as many as possible, but I think what is a valid number, like 7 to 10 for one kind of evening. And so I'll see what I can do to kind of make sure I've got those for at least tomorrow night, and then start figuring out if people are free on Tuesday.
Sounds great. Yeah, it's really, it's like any business, the more exposure you have, the more likely someone's going to align with it. So we just want to get enough eyes and ears on your new business at the end of the day, just because then it starts to network to the right people too, because people will want to refer, oh, you guys speak to this person, this is right up their alley.
Yeah.
Well, awesome, ladies. Well, I have to run, but Sarah, we have that group message. If you have any random like questions back, you can always screenshot things and send them to us. Okay. And we can help with like how to approach it or how to answer it. We just want to avoid a ton of questions coming at you to where now you're trying to give mini presentations over text or over phone calls or whatnot. So
sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll let you know what I get out of people. Come on, sis.
All right, gals.
Baby.
Well, have a great night.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.